when we're talking about the Dead Sea Scrolls, you have ones like the Great Isaiah Scroll, which is fully complete. It's a copy of the book of Isaiah, and it's a full complete scroll. But then other ones are so fragmentary that we think they're written in Hebrew, but we can't actually tell. And this is true for a lot of stuff. The largest grouping of papyri literature in the world is the Oxyrhynchus collection, which we get a good portion of our oldest manuscripts of the New Testament from. But if you go to Oxford and you look at the Oxen years, we literally push back our understanding of Isaiah 1,000 years. Like I said, this isn't true for all of the Dead Sea Scrolls, but one of the things that shocked them about Isaiah was that it was word for word identical to the Masoretic text.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is the Great Isaiah Scroll. So if you go to Israel and you go...
Is that papyrus?
No, I think that one is vellum.
What is vellum?
So I should be more specific. So parchment is animal skin. Vellum can be used synonymously with the term parchment. Technically, parchment is baby animal skin, like calves or lambs. But this is the Great Isaiah Scroll. And you can see like they stitch together the parchment because it's so long.
God, it's so beautiful. The way they wrote back then was so beautiful. But that is so fascinating because obviously coming from a point of ignorance, the letters look so similar.
As you can tell, like Joe Rogan, he's very open to this new evidence. Like a lot of this stuff he didn't know. I think he mentions in the podcast he spent 20 hours or something like listening to Wess Huff's research and stuff. So he's like really gotten into this. It makes me very happy to see this.
I like how open he is to the idea of it. Joe Rogan seems very interested in facts, and he appreciates people that they know what they're doing and like specialize in things. So I think that's really cool, like you said before, that Wess Huff is on the episode because he's connecting with them in a way that other Christians, through their perspective of experiences and just like the normal gospel, might not reach Joe Rogan.
Right. Correct. Yeah, it needed to be someone like Wess Huff that's just an absolute expert.
He's just like amazed about how much he knows, and it's clicking with how fascinated it is.
I think this really shows the way that maybe God's working in Joe Rogan's life, because in the first clip you showed us, he wanted a box of evidence.
That's
it.
Right
We're
there.
here 9 years later, you know, maybe more. That's amazing.
It is attacking Joe Rogan's argument that we don't know what the original text said. He's said this in other podcasts that we don't know what they actually wrote. And that's just not the case. We may not have the original text. We have so many copies of the text. They can reconstruct what the original text probably looked like to a high degree of certainty.